I hit 1, 2, 3 to make it spin around. What's up? It's Joe with OCDetailing, and Alex is standing while he's watching porn. So let's see what we got going on in the shop today. A couple white Model Ys behind me. Full stealth wrap we did a while ago that took a very long trip across country. Had a couple things get impacted on the film, so we're going to take that off and replace it. But the film did its job. Save the paint. So that's what it's there for. We see a Porsche GT3. So this is a 997 GT3. So if you're not familiar with Porsche terminology, it's the number designates what year the car was and kind of the models that were out during that year. So this is a 997.2. So that means it was from 2008 to 2012 and a half. It's really funny. The redesign, the 991 that came after this, wildly different looking car. It had wider fenders. It was a little bit more modern looking than this one, although this car had a lot less nannies, more likely to kill you than the new one. But it was funny, they split it, so some of these cars that are 2012 can be a 997 or they can be a 991. So there's your Porsche for 900 on Jeopardy question. What year had a split model design of a Porsche? It's 2012. Also, we have this really cool green Porsche Macan. A full front end PPF on this car. We did the hood in one big piece with no relief cuts or seams. Full custom wrap on everything, and then we did a full paint correction. CQuartz Finest Reserve. Basically went to town on the whole car. You can see the paint's just super shiny in the sun. And there's no scratches, no swirls. The wheels came off. Yeah, this thing came out really cool. Such a unique color. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of crazy. We haven't seen a lot of green cars, but recently I feel like manufacturers are bringing back green. Because inside we have another pretty cool green car that came from Germany. BMW M3. Now, I don't know how I feel about the ginormous grille on this car. Hugo's still trapped here. He hasn't left in many years.
Really excited. You're gonna let me out.
But he's leaving tomorrow. He's going to go on vacation for 2 weeks. It's his once a year getaway from the shop.
After 9 years, I get to leave.
Okay, once a decade. I was exaggerating, trying to make myself sound like a good boss, but we let him leave once every 10 years. I don't know how I feel about the grill on these things. They're massive. I do know that the installers are not the biggest fan of this bumper because it's extremely difficult to wrap. But you can see we've got the car all broke down to do a full custom install on. Ryan's back here working on the license plate area. But it's coming right along, and this thing should be out of here in a couple days. But very unique color. We have a GT3 RS here. This car was a fun project. So it's white, and it's a little bit older. So this is a 991 GT3 RS, which is an awesome car. You can tell it's a GT3 RS by the fenders and the really aggressive looking bumper and the big wing on the back. It all signifies RS car, and the most performance oriented, track oriented version of the 911. This is the most aggressive version of that. So you have a regular GT3 that's also a very aggressive Porsche, but it's not quite as track worthy as this one, where this one gets a little bit different aerodynamics, the bigger wing, the little bit of extra airflow around the fenders. So it makes it faster for the track. And this customer bought this thing with like 6,000 miles on it. Being that it's white and a 2016 with 6,000 miles on it, there was dirt everywhere. We had to take this car apart to a very extreme level so that we didn't end up with a bunch of dirt under our film, like coming from every crack and crevice on the car. And then we have another first we did. This is a Model Y. We did an STEK Dino Gray paint protection film. So there's two ways to do a color change on a car. There's vinyl, which is a thin material that has a lot of texture on it. We do them here all the time. They look pretty good, but if you look closer, look down the side, sometimes you'll notice there's a noticeable amount of orange peel on it. This is actually a dyed PPF. It's just like the STEK DYNOShield that's on this car, except it turns the car gray. So this is Dino Gray or Nardo Gray. And we did a full wrap on this one. It's getting ready to get a ceramic coating, but it came out awesome. It's going to be far and few between to see another Model Y this color. Lexus over here that we did some film on. We're doing a full detail paint coating and then wheels off on, and then we did some rock chip paint protection film. And then we have a Model Y over here that had a bunch of film on it, and somebody hit it, so we are having to redo the film that got hit. Because my video voice sounds very I don't know. I hear myself on camera and I think I sound weird, especially when I'm talking about cars. Hey. Sweet. I found $1. It's my lucky day. I'll go ask whose this is. Somebody dropped $1 in that back here. Have a really crazy color change. Pretty neat. I think Chris is almost done with this one. This is actually a really hard vinyl to work with because it's a directional install and it's hard to get it where everything wants to line up the same way and shift the same way. So we spent some time on this thing, but it's coming right along and it's gonna be all done tomorrow. And then we have a full stealth wrap here that's getting the windows tinted first before we do the stealth wrap on it. And that's what we got going on in the shop. I hope everyone had a great, long, safe 4th of July weekend last weekend. Thanks for watching. I'm Joe with OCDetailing. Please subscribe for more videos.